The night is remarkably quiet tonight. You can hardly even hear the insects.
That's because even they know when to be silent and give people a little peace. Or perhaps they're just afraid of your icy gaze, Tomioka-san?
Huh?
My gaze isn't icy. It's normal.
There you go again. Is it really so hard to admit that you're sitting here on the edge of this veranda in my estate at 2 in the morning for more than just looking at the moon?
The moon is beautiful tonight.
That's a classic line, Tomioka-san. Are you sure you haven't been reading Mitsuri's romance novels? Though, no, that sounds far too poetic for a man who usually forgets to say hello.
I don't forget. I just don't always see the point if the person already knows I'm there.
You are impossible. But still, why did you come? You aren't injured. I checked you an hour ago. Your pulse was normal, your wounds had closed.
I couldn't sleep, and I thought maybe you couldn't either.
Perceptive. But you know, if we're seen here together, rumors will fly, and I deeply cherish my reputation as a serious, strict Hashira.
Who would see us? Everyone is asleep. Aoi and the girls have been in their rooms for a long time. The other Hashira are on missions.
Are you so sure? The world of demon slayers never fully sleeps. There's always someone watching from the shadows.
Let them watch. I have nothing to hide.
Huh?
You might not, but I don't particularly want to explain to Sanemi-san why I'm serving you tea at such a late hour. You know he'd turn it into a whole performance.
Sanemi is too loud. I'll just ignore him.
You ignore everything. It's your greatest talent. But tell me, did you really think I wouldn't notice you moving closer over the last 5 minutes?
Huh?
It's chilly out here. You said yourself that the night air can be treacherous.
Oh, now you're worried about my health? How sweet. But your hand, it's almost touching mine. Is that part of your care too?
Perhaps.
Tomioka-san, you're acting very strange. If I didn't know you better, I'd think you were trying to flirt with me.
And what if I am?
Are you serious? Did you actually just say that? Is my hearing failing me?
You told me to be more honest. I'm trying.
You picked the worst possible time for honesty. Look at you. You look like you're walking to your execution. Even though you're talking about feelings, your face is completely motionless.
It's different on the inside.
And what's it like in there? A storm? A tsunami? Or just a quiet pond with one tiny fish named Shinobu?
It's warm when you're near. What a disgusting scene. I can smell the cheap drama from a mile away.
Iguro-san, what are you doing here?
I was patrolling the area, and as it turns out, for good reason. I suspected something was amiss in this estate, but I didn't expect to find the water Hashira trying to play the poet. Iguro, you're in the way. In the way? Tomioka, do you even realize how you look? Sneaking into the butterfly mansion at night to whisper questionable compliments to Kocho? This is a breach of discipline. I didn't sneak in. I came through the gate. It doesn't matter. Kocho, I am amazed by your patience. Why haven't you thrown him out yet or injected him with a sedative? You don't usually tolerate such insolence.
Iguro-san, it's not what you think. We were just discussing medical matters. Yes, Tomioka-san's condition after his last mission.
Medical matters? Sitting shoulder to shoulder under the moon? Tell that to someone else, Kocho. Kaburamaru sees everything, and he is extremely displeased with this picture.
Kaburamaru is always displeased when he sees Tomioka-san. That's not a valid indicator.
Tomioka, answer me. What did you lose here? You know Kanroji would be upset if she knew you were behaving so inappropriately. She believes in the purity of relationships.
Mitsuri has nothing to do with this, and I'm not doing anything inappropriate.
You're sitting in the dark with a woman when everyone should be asleep. Your intentions are obvious. You're taking advantage of Kocho's kindness because you know she's too polite to kick you out immediately.
Iguro-san, I am perfectly capable of standing up for myself. I don't need protection from Tomioka-san. He just stopped by for tea.
Tea? Then where are the cups? Where is the teapot? I see only two silhouettes suspiciously close to one another.
The tea is finished.
Your lies are as clumsy as your movements in battle, Tomioka. I demand that you leave this place immediately. If Oyakata-sama hears of this, you'll have problems.
Please, Iguro-san, let's not involve Oyakata-sama. It's just a small misunderstanding. We were just finishing our conversation anyway.
Finishing? It looked to me like you were just getting to the interesting part. Tomioka, why are you silent? Hiding behind Kocho's back? I'm not hiding. I'm just waiting for you to finish hissing and leave. You're ruining the atmosphere. The atmosphere? Do you hear him, Kocho? He's talking about the atmosphere. This man who usually can't string two words together is suddenly talking about feelings. It's suspicious. Are you sure he isn't under the influence of a blood demon art?
I am a doctor, Iguro-san. I would have noticed. He's fine as he ever is.
Kocho, you're defending him. That scares me most of all. Did he intimidate you or use some foul tactic to worm his way into your trust?
Iguro-san, your imagination is working overtime tonight. Tomioka-san is simply my colleague and a friend, nothing more.
A friend? Friends don't sit like this at night. I know how friends behave. And this is not friendship. It's an anomaly.
Iguro, do you have a personal grievance with me? If so, let's settle it on the training grounds tomorrow. Right now, you're just interrupting our conversation. Our. Did you hear that? He's already saying our. Kocho, are you really going to tolerate this? If he touched you with even one finger, I'll feed him to Kaburamaru piece by piece.
No one touched anyone. Look, there are a good 10 centimeters between us.
That's too close. That's striking distance. Or something worse. I am not leaving until this individual is out of sight. Then you'll be standing there a long time. I'm not leaving just because you're angry. Are you challenging me, Tomioka? You think because you're the water Hashira, everything is permitted?
Stop it, both of you. You're acting like children. Iguro-san, please, continue your patrol. I promise Tomioka-san will leave in 5 minutes.
5 minutes is too long. I give him 30 seconds. Kaburamaru is already on edge. Your snake is always on edge. That's not an argument. You insult my companion? That's it, Tomioka. Draw your sword.
Iguro-san, stop! You'll destroy my estate. Do you want me to use a paralyzing agent on both of you? I'll do it without a second thought.
Fine, only for you, Kocho. But I'll be watching. I'm going to climb that tree and sit there until this tide clears off. That's voyeurism, Irumo. It's vigilance.
My goodness, Tomioka-san, it seems our our medical exam, is over.
A date? You called it a date.
I misspoke. It's just the pressure from Iguro-san. He's confusing me with his presence.
I heard everything. Kocho, you called it a date. This is a betrayal. I'm telling everyone immediately. Tsunemi will be thrilled. Gyome will be praying for your sinful souls.
Iguro-san, if you say one word to Sanemi-san, I will mix something very foul into your food for a whole month.
Threats? Look what this Tomioka has done to you. You've become aggressive. You used to smile even when you were angry, and now you're openly threatening your comrades. She always does that. You've just been lucky not to be the target until now. Shut up, Tomioka. Your opinion is the last thing anyone cares about. Kocho, I demand an explanation. Why him? Why this gloomy, antisocial man?
Because he isn't what he seems. And because he's the only one who can just be quiet next to me without demanding anything in return.
He's quiet because his head is empty. It's not empty. I'm thinking about how to make you shut up. Why you?
Enough! Iguro-san, leave. Now. That is my order as the mistress of this estate. I am not joking. Your presence here is inappropriate and insulting.
Fine, I'll go. But don't think this is over. I'll report this breach of conduct. And Kaburamaru has memorized that face, Tomioka. Watch the shadows.
That was horrible. A total disaster.
He's gone.
Yes, he's gone. But tomorrow the whole estate will know, and the day after, the whole organization. Tomioka-san, do you realize what you've done?
I just sat here. Iguro is the one who made the noise.
But he caught us in such a moment. When we...
When I said I felt warm near you, I won't take those words back, even if Iguro brings the whole core here.
You are incorrigible. Your stubbornness will be the death of us. But you know,
What?
The way you weren't afraid of his threats, it was a little impressive for an idiot like you.
I'm not an idiot. I just know what I want.
And what is it you want, Water Hashira?
For Iguro not to come back, and for you to stop hiding your face. You have nothing to be ashamed of.
easy for you to say. You always look like you don't care about anyone's opinion. I'm the one who has to look Aoi in the eye tomorrow.
Aoi will be happy. She always said you needed more rest and to spend time with someone worthy.
She didn't mean you. She meant someone normal.
Normal people are boring. You said that yourself.
Yes, I did. It seems I've trapped myself with my own words.
Shinobu.
Yes?
Iguro is still sitting in the tree. I can see his mask between the branches.
Iguro-san, if you don't leave this instant, I swear at tomorrow's meeting, I will tell everyone that you secretly collect life-sized photos of Mitsuri-chan.
How do you know that? Fine, I'm leaving. Don't you dare say a word.
A bluff always works, especially with Iguro-san.
Was it a bluff?
Halfway. I saw him hiding something like that in his locker when we were on a mission.
Now we are truly alone.
Yes, truly. But the romantic mood is hopelessly ruined.
Mine isn't.
You are so persistent. Fine, you have 10 more minutes before the sun starts to rise.
10 minutes is enough.
For what?
To just sit in silence. This time, real silence.
All right, sit back down. But if Kabaramaru jumps out of the bushes, you're on your own.
He won't. Iguro is too busy checking his hiding spots right now.
So, just you and me.
Just us.
You know, Tomioka-san, the moon really is beautiful tonight.
I know, I told you.